Alrighty, that is a 12 by 24 inch piece of clear acrylic, 1/8 inch thick. This is a piece of frosted translucent acrylic that used to be clear that I hand sanded with 400 grit sandpaper. I will be using this as the top of the model base for the 240 Scale Daedalus. The graphics will go on top of this. Mylar will go underneath. Black film will go on top. There will be some segmenting and there will be electronics underneath. I also have another thing I'm working on to go along with this. This is only the beginning of the original series era Mel cars that I'm going to be producing with this model. And it will have all the bells and whistles, lights and sounds. There you go. Alrighty, here are some very tiny LEDs and the associated current limiting resistors and the heat shrink tube. I've got a couple of things, very interesting things planned for these little bitty teeny tiny micro LEDs, and we will see this perhaps inside the shuttle bay of the 240th Daedalus. Alrighty then, let's have a look at the 240th Scale Daedalus. Now, one thing at a time. First of all, I really worked hard on smoothing all of this out. I've still got just a little bit of work, then I'll be ready for the last coat of primer, and finally I will shoot it with copper. I will have the gold deflector dish decals for the front of this hub underneath the neck. This is the neck. Look at that metallic look to it. How did I do that? That's amazing, isn't it? Amazing. Look how smooth it is. Smooth. And look at that. Look at that shuttle bay. Shuttle bay deck. Smooth. 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 Look at that. More smoothness. More metallic. How did I do that? It's amazing. Amazing. Now look at this. The lower primary hull, the hemisphere. Look how metallic that is. Look how smooth. Smooth, smooth. And this, the upper primary. Look at that, it almost looks like it's made out of metal. And here we have the top deck of the primary hull. Why this isn't lightable, I don't know. Got one little bitty hole there for, I guess, a beacon light. I really wanted to open this up and have a lighted dome. I may still do that. Anyway, there's a lot more to show, but it's all pretty much the same. I'm going to go ahead and go over each one of these nacelles and putty and prime and sand them one last time. Then shoot them with a final coat. I'm going to be starting assembly really soon. Though I do have some more electronics on the way. We will see that when it gets here. More to come. Look what we have here. We've got rectangular backlighted or backlightable switches, both rectangular and round. I got these rectangular ones, 5, one of each color, for about $14. I thought I was getting 5 from this guy, these round switches. I got one for $9, so it's going back because I ordered for $2 more, 5 round switches, exactly the same size, free shipping. So this is going back. Now, this is how the switch works. You got your top lens tinted. You've got an intermediary diffusion strip, the actual functional switch part, the housing, retainer lock. Then this plugs into an outlet just like a wall outlet, only it's set up specifically for this type of configuration. This is a non-latchable momentary switch. All of these are, which is exactly what I need and exactly what I want. These switches are going to go on the original series Melcar's model base, and they are going to be directly interactive with the base, with the lights, and with the sounds. So this may be a short video, but I put a lot of work into this. I sanded on those parts that you saw earlier off and on for 3 days. Sand, 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 putty primer, sand, 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 putty primer, sand. And just for instance, look how smooth the engineering hull is. Now, these very, very fine little seams are indicators of where I'm going to put the strips, and the semicircles are the ribs, the lines that go on the main body. I will clean out the windows, and I will probably go over this one more time with sandpaper, shoot it with a final coat of primer. Then I will start super gluing the actual ribs and framing around this. So I've worked on the model base design, graphic design, standard graphics, mirror universe graphics, 3D graphics, the model base design, model base functionality, electronics, lights and sounds, sound to lights, the actual model, decals, and additional graphics. So, though this may be a short video, it represents a whole lot of time and a whole lot of work. And we will see more because there's much more to come.
I just keep getting stronger. You know that, don't you?